Welcome everybody, it's Unstoppable Stelezzi here, and we're doing another Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition Age of the World Civ overview, preview, whatever you want to call it. Today I felt like doing the Moroccans. Probably in terms of multiplayer, probably my best Age of the World introduced African Civ. For different reasons, they got Camel Grenadiers, they got a pretty solid economy with all sorts of cool features to it. I like their cards, a lot of stuff like that. Speaking of cards, why don't we look at some of their cards right now before we get into the gameplay part. So these are all the Moroccan cards. I will start in Age 1. First you got Infinite 2 Berber Nomads. This is like just about any other Infinite 2 settler card a Civ gets, just about. One thing to note, though, is that these Berber nomads, at least as far as I know, are just regular villagers. They do not have that same property of the native Berber nomads that basically gather bear from natural resources and worse at agriculture. These are just run-of-the-mill regular villagers, unless somebody says in the comments otherwise. Yeah, just thought I'd point that out. You got some infinite crate shipments here, including influence since you're African. You got your advanced agriculture, fields become free, fields and granaries gain more hit points and are built faster. You got advanced support. Now, here's some of the newer cards. We got Argon Tree Planting. You receive a free semi-fattened goat with all your future shipments. It ships 3 semi-fattened goats to you when you send the card. So this is probably one of the most important macro cards you can get for Morocco. And this is for a very particular reason. Mainly because one of the best ways you're going to set up your early economy as Morocco is actually to try to fatten up livestock to get you some influence and also sell off for wood and coin when you need it. And obviously you can eat the goats too. This is a really neat card because as you continue to send shipment after shipment, you're going to continue to get free goats, which means you're going to constantly have the ability to sell off your herdables as needed. Next card we have is Argon Oil Trade. Allows influence to be gathered simultaneously at half the rate of wood is gathered from Argon Plantation when they are configured to wood and vice versa. So, what is an Argon Plantation? So, an Argon Plantation is a infinite resource building Morocco gets that lets you gather wood, or it lets you gather influence. Basically, what this card does is, if you have it set on the wood, it's going to give you a little bit of influence too while you're working. Vice versa, if you're gathering influence, it's going to give you a little bit of wood as well while your villagers are working there. So it basically doubles almost the efficiency of the building. Note that as the card mentions, it's not going to be like basically you gathered like 2 resources at the same rate at the same time. You're just going to be gathering the one that you don't have it configured to at half the rate. So yeah, like if you need more influence, obviously set your Argon Plantations to influence. If you need more wood, set them to wood. And you'll just have the perk of having, you get it, I think. Moroccan leather. Moroccan techniques for tanning luxury leather causes livestock to grant a small sum of influence when harvested due to their tannable hides. So basically, when you're fattening animals such as sheep, goats, or cattle, if you decide to eat them, basically, you will get a bit of influence from that. So a good way to get some of your influence costing units pretty much. It's pretty useful actually. And another good card here, Camel Merchants. Increases the rate at which villagers gather food from garb, plains, farmsteads. So this is another important building you need to know for the Moroccans. This is basically a combination between a livestock market and a mill, so you can gather food from it and you can trade your livestock there. We'll get into that in the gameplay, and there is an important thing you need to know about how it functions, so you're not totally confused by it, so we'll just focus on that later. Kalishi Jerky increases the maximum food total herdables can fan to. This works really well with this card here, because now, basically, your goats are going to have a little bit more food in them, and thus they will essentially carry a bit more weight in the garb farmstead when it comes to selling them off, basically, as well as giving you more food if you do want to eat them, right? Other than that, we got some cards we see a lot, like Fish Market, Sawmills, Established Ironmonger, Woodcrafting, Charity, and Furrier. Charity being more of the African cards you see. Now on to Age 2. You got a 4 villager card here. Crossing Festival. Grants a number of varying cattle of varying sizes. So I think this is for, I believe, the Hausa, right? Yeah. I don't play the Africans a whole lot, so we'll have to review that. A lot of resource crate cards you're pretty used to for food, wood, coin, and influence. You get the 3 trade builders card, so if you want to build up a bunch of trading posts, this will be pretty good for that. You got the mass levies card that Africans usually have. Now, you do get a Berber warfare card here. Enables powerful cavalry improvements at the Argon tree plantation. So it's basically a Moroccan, or at least from what I recall, I don't know if they're going to have other Berber civs, or at least from what I understand from the name, it's basically an advanced arsenal type tech that Morocco for now is the only one that gets, basically, yeah. Originally, when I used to play the Moroccan civ back in the day in Age of the World, they didn't have cool extra technologies like this, so this definitely ups their game a bit, I think. Most definitely. We'll see in game what those techs exactly are, so you can choose whether you want them or not when you do your stuff. Urma Garrisons unlocks Corsair Marksman Rifle Infantry at Watchtowers. Ships 1 Watchtower Builder. So if you want some skirmish infantry, this is a good way to get access to them, basically. You also have your 2 Camp Builders card, too, your infinite one, that is. You also have Team Kamchatka Expeditions. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good card for the Civ, but I just think they probably should rename it, give it a new icon, make it sound more Moroccan, because when's the last time we've seen the Berbers hanging out on the Siberian coast of the Pacific in the Far East? Never, right? Yeah, definitely not. Team Marabout Network basically reveals the location of all trade posts, treasures, and enemy fortifications on the map. Team Trade Empire, that's pretty good. Trans-Saharan Trade increases trade unit, villager, and wagon speed. 3 Abonas, these are basically just Moroccan priests. They heal your units, basically. Apparently it adds 1 to the build limit too, which looks pretty good. Moroccan Spice Trade increases the rate at which villagers gather food from Garb Plains farmsteads. Also, you got Souks of Marrakesh. Increases the rate at which villagers gather food from Garb Plains farmsteads. So basically those livestock pens / mill buildings that you have. Also, you got Metalwork Trade Route. Increases the rate at which villagers gather influence and wood from Argon plantations. And if you're wondering about coin and how you actually gather coin as the Civ in the late game, basically you got those same salt mines that you can train from the town center that you got with the Berber natives. Yeah, figure I should mention that to you now so you're not totally like, wait a second, how am I going to get late game coin? I haven't even seen a reference to it yet. Well, yeah, you just gather it from the salt mines, which are very salty. Yeah, very, very salty. See? And now we got silversmith here, spice trade, rendering plants, so your normal villager gather rate cards. You got the same sort of outlaw shipments you got with the other African civs, like the desert warriors and the desert archers, African boats. Some pretty standard combat stuff for boats. In terms of influence costing shipments, you got the Berber allies, Jesuit allies, and the Sudanese allies. You got some combat improvements and cavalry damage, infantry hit point and attack cards. And in terms of our first military units we're seeing, you got the Berber Archer. pretty much based off of the Berber Archer in one of those Defam Edition missions where you basically are the Barbers, right? Same thing with the Berber Spearmen. These look very familiar to you, right? Basically the same unit, except you can upgrade these and train them as normal. Yeah. And going forward, some resource crates. The 8 semi-fattened cattle here, too. Also, you got a covered wagon. You got feudal armies. Basically, train stuff faster. Now, this is an interesting card I think you share with the Egyptians as well. Team Mosque Construction. Provides team mosques with unique improvements. Morocco leather, Mazan, Grenadian technology, and Saadian madrasas. So, even more technologies for us to look at. Saadi food relief. Villagers train faster and become cheaper. Team Quanets. Team mill, estates, and livestock pens are cheaper and build much more quickly. So, reminds me of the proclamation of Isla's Romanian card in War's Liberty, right? Basically a team card that makes all your late game eco stuff sort of cheaper to build, basically, yeah. 5 Abunas. Amber and fur trade route. Another upgrade to your argon plantations. This one is another one for your argon plantations. Sewer skewers. Villagers gather food from huntable and herdable animals faster. Loyal warriors. Think you know what this card is? Got some war boats here too. Canoe crafting. Some more support cards. Berber allies, Jesuits, Sunnis, and also the Somalis. Now, some military units you're going to see. So, you got Berber camel riders. These function almost like the Berber camel riders from the native sites, so they're good in melee against cavalry, basically, and artillery. Sort of like a Death Head Hussar from Napoleonic era, right? Anti-cavalry and melee. Tuareg, camel archers. These are just a dragoon unit. You also got the Sonata riders. Another sort of dragoon unit that the Moroccans can do. Cavalry combat. And then in terms of infantry, you got the Berber archers. You got the Berber spearmen. You got the Riffian Amazinges, which I believe are, if I recall correctly, are more halberdier-like. But I'm going to have to check in game again. I haven't used these guys in ages, so I'm going to have to review that. Then you got the Zwaves. Very strong, sturdy gunpowder units. Infantry combat. Jabala Arsonists. So these are basically your Moroccan Grenadiers. But if you don't like Grenadiers on the ground, you got them on top of camels too. Camel Grenadiers. Also for artillery, you got Sebastopol mortars as well. So you definitely got those shipments available to you as well. An Infinite 10 Berber Nomads card for Imperial Age, for Industrial and Imperial Age, I should say. Some more crate cards, more stuff with the Mumus, Native Treaties, Royal Fortifications card, some more support outlaws here with the Berber Archers and Desert Warriors, Ascaris, more ships, Berber allies, also your version of the Berber camels, camel archers, Anadas, archer spearmen, Riffian Amazinges, Zwaves, Jabalas, Camel Grenadiers, and then the Sebastopol Moors. So there we go. So in terms of a deck of some kind, why don't we do the one I use in 1v1s all the time, this one. Yeah. We'll do it in a simple skirmish against a bot. Why don't we go up against Spain or something? Yeah, go up against our rivals, the Spanish. España. Where is España? There it is. And what would be a good map for us to do? Is there any good maps in particular we could do? Let's see. Probably something in theme, right? Saharan trade routes. That sounds like a pretty fun one, right? Yeah, let's do that one. We probably want this. This, just resetting my settings after doing that Assassin's Creed native thing from Age of Pirates the other day. So there you go. Let's give this a go. See how this turns out. I find Moroccans to be a pretty easy civ to use if you know how their early macro works, usually. So I think we'll have a pretty easy time dominating this bot, at least I think so. We'll see though. So this is your explorer here on top of a camel. Has the charged gun attack and then goes into melee with the scimitar. Let's train some of the workers now. Alright, let's snare these animals in. We also can get a granary like any other African civ too. The granaries in Morocco look a bit different, which is pretty neat. Let's just scout around, see what we can find. You know what I'll do, actually? Let me get a, I'll get a trading post here. Why not? Good to have a little bit of something, right? Yeah. Why not? Also, I'm gonna get a house over here, probably. There you go. Get that house, yep. Let's get the village dogs now. We'll make our gather rate a little bit better, of course. Let's snare these in. Yeah, in the past Age of the World, there's always given you like a lot of wood. You know what I mean? To get your early infrastructure going in general. So yeah, that's one of the things you don't have to worry about in Age of the World usually is your starting wood. You know, you can always get at least like one trading post up if you're setting up for something standard. Yeah. So what I'm going to do here, go with our 1v1 deck. And then I will pick up the argon tree planting that we talked about before. But before that, what we're going to want to do is if we can get a few of these villages over here onto this wood, perhaps. Let's get enough wood to get 100 exactly, so we can make our first Garb Plains farmstead. Now, this building in the past had a severe dilemma, where since it was a mill, it cost as much as a mill, so it was like 400 food, thus you had a real disadvantage in not getting access to your early wood and coin shopping or mining cards, really. Or technologies, I should say. Also, the fact that you really couldn't take advantage of herdables that much without shelling out a lot of wood and sacrificing your ability to get a trading post. But now, they have a cool system. So, your first Garb Plains farmstead will cost 100 wood. And then once it's completely built, the one subsequent to that will cost 400 wood. So it's a neat piece of code that allows you to get a normal costing market out for your civ while not making it too OP where you can literally spam them all over the map basically. So that's pretty good, you know. It was a nice idea by Kados to basically let the Moroccan players get their wood and coin technologies easier, while still making the civ pretty fair too, as you can imagine. One more villa, I think, and we should be good. Let's get Kalishi jerky, so we can fatten up our animals a little bit further, yeah. In general, it's good to get more shipments than less, so we can get more goats. Because of the goats, the greatest of all time. Yep. No, that's a sheep. Goats like, like stuff like that, yeah. Should we age up now? Yep. So you got some interesting options here to start. You got the Spanish, you got the Barbary Pirates, you got the United States, you got the Songhai, and you got the Hausa. Let's do some of the newer ones. Like, I usually start with the Spaniards here. Get the Conquistadores to start, usually. Mainly because, if I am going to go with the Camel Grenadiers, usually the Rodelros usually help me out quite a bit when I'm doing that. So we'll do that for right now. Do some scouting here. As you can see, our trading at the Garb Plains farmstead is really picking up speed. Let's see if we can get this treasure too. Ethiopian wolves in the Sahara. I don't really believe that too much. Get some more vills. A basket of exotic fruits. How fruity. Tutti fruity is that? Now, pretty soon is where the real fun is going to begin for us. Let's try to get some of you over here and maybe start mining for us. Pick up our placer mines. The rest of you can stay on food. Right? Now, what we're going to want to probably do is start out with some wood, I think. Right? Let's get our 700 wood. You could probably start eating meat at this point, you know. Let's just get everybody on some meat. We will probably build a palace over here. This is what the palaces look like for Morocco. Let's get into the base so we don't get completely sliced and diced. You just go in there. Perfect. Perfecto. Let's get a casa down too. We're going to need that. Let's grab up all this wood we got, right? Move our goats in over here. Let's get this. There you go, some extra coin, or XP I should say. Let's get this TP up. The more XP we get, the generally better you're going to do in Morocco, so you can get more of those resource crates in, and thus more free goats as well. With your argon tree planting bonus taking effect. So let's go Camel Grenadiers. This should be the heart of your starting army, and then as you see more cav, you'll probably want to add something like the Berber camels in to help out. I find in general Morocco mostly struggles against good skirmisher civs, because they really don't have, at least I don't think, the most obvious counter to skirmishers, since the Berber camels are more or less like a light cavalry unit that can be countered by them. Let's get the snares right now, so we can get some better gather rate on the comida. Alright, let's go. Let's see if we can find, if we can destroy those herdables, that'd be perfecto. See? Alright, let's see what we can find out there. Any huntables nearby? We might be able to, yeah, let's put something over there. Oh yeah, where is Spain exactly? If I can find them before, well, they already found me, but let me find them now. Maybe we can put them in check a bit, who knows. So here's the Explorer, and here's our Camel Grenadiers. So they start out with about 16 crush with 3 splash. Not a bad Grenadier unit at all considering its speed. It's got a speed of 6.5, so it gets around very quickly, actually. Get that Explorer. There we go. Some nice XP. Looks like Espana's going over there. We will prepare some more of the Camel Grenadiers for that. Could probably move some of you onto the food too, since we're floating so much coin right now. Yeah, I think we will do that. There we go. Sometimes this gets a little tricky with the micro with infantry. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, perfect. There we go. We're gonna need another house though. Definitely gonna need that. Let's get another camel in queue. Let's get a granary down in this spot. Well, I put these as in May spots as we can to basically get maximum food eco. Next, let's get some coin. There's no reason not to, right? Let's get some coin in here. How many of these guys were on? We're about 11 of them. Once you get into a decent stack of like, I don't know, 15, 20, usually you start doing a bit, you're kind of in good place unless you're dealing with a lot of skirms usually, right? Because your main thing is you want to get enough splash in with the crush to instantly destroy stuff, basically. It's not so much enough to do a lot of damage. You kind of want to be instantly killing at least a few units on every throw, if possible. So yeah, we'll try to see where his army is and see if we can try to break it up a bit. And sort of keep him on the back pedal for us. Let's get a house. The hotkeys don't always work in this, so just be aware of that. At least for me anyways, they don't seem to work. I tried to press E there and it didn't seem to do anything. Let's find Spain. Here's Spain. Hola! Ole Santiago! Oh yes, yeah. Oh! This is why I like these things. Look at this stuff. Beautiful. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Look at all the value you get out of these things. Look at all the stuff we're eliminating. This is insane. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Look at how good we did that. That was great. That was phenomenal. That was truly something special. Now let's get back over there and grow our numbers a bit. You know, we can probably get some attack and get some more coin as well. Yep. Oh yeah, I love this. I'd like to just spam the Camel Grenadiers and just like mass them up and get huge volleys with them. They're just so useful for that. Probably gonna do that most of this game, honestly. Yeah. We might want to get up our camp as well, so we can train some of our cheaper infantry in case we need that for like cav or something. See, we're gonna do it again. Woohoo! Woohoo! Get him! Boom! Right there. That's a good one. It's so tricky to micro because they're like little ants coming after you, but once you get them, they're so easy. So fun. Yep, you go into the town center, and while you're distracted, I'm just gonna bomb a bunch of them. Right there. Like ants, they're so hard to aim with your little trackpad, because I use a mouse pad, not a regular mouse, so it's always... Oh, where are all these coming from? They're like little ants. I missed that one, didn't I? Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Look at all the value you get off of these, though. This is something different. Look at this stuff. Oh, wow. Oh, great. Nah. Don't stop attacking me, man. I'm trying to be peaceful here. And you just get over here, please. Much appreciated. Much obliged. There you go. Alright. So now, let's just get some wood. May as well. I don't know why he's still here. He's like trying to go all in. Alright. Let's get some of these. Ooh. Ooh. There you go. Alright. Well, the fort's gonna take care of them, I think. Let's finish these ones off here. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, that was something. Oh no, he's got more over here. Really? Why'd you leave with those ones and stick around with these? I have no idea. It's like he's sending false flags. He's retreating with some of them and not all of them. It's crazy. Ooh. You know, we might be able to do the dismounted ones too here, if he's doing so much infantry, you know what I mean? Oh yeah. Maybe more appropriate here to do that. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Ooh. Ah! Like that. Yes. Victory. Alright. Alright, let's get some, like, archers here now. We're gonna need some other stuff. Yeah, they basically fight with the lance if you... Yeah, alright. Yeah, let's start, like, clearing this place out a bit. This is getting a little bit hectic for my taste. Yeah, I gotta start cleaning them out. Let's get the dismount ones now. Get their attack up and everything. Yeah, we can sell some of these goats for coin too. By the way, like that. Yeah, so just be aware of that. That is an option you can do. If this bot becomes too much, I'll just showcase you stuff with the cheat codes and stuff, so we can get that part done. Get to the business part of it. I did promise you I'd show you everything regardless of how this match goes. Let's get some of these Jebel Arsenals on these. I'm surprised he's aggroing me so much. Like, he's constantly pounding me with units. So yeah, it's basically the dismount ones end up doing a bit more damage. And they're probably more impervious to the pikemen, right? Yeah, pretty much. Ooh, yep. There we go. Alright, so... kind of wish you'd just leave me alone for a little while so I could maybe build some sort of defense. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. So, what we're gonna do is... there you go. Get out of here. You heard me. Get out of here. There you go. Yeah, just get out of here. There we go. Alright. Alright, so you know what we can do now, which is usually the funner thing to do? Turn on, use the whole wild love and speed always wins and just spam stuff, right? So we'll do that to just showcase everything. So one cool aspect of Age of the World, at least if I recall correctly, so all of these influence units in Age of the World don't actually cost any population, so you can actually spam them on top of your regular army and get huge armies of stuff with them, basically. So you can get like 15 Roderos on top of your everything else you're doing. So yeah, we'll just get a bunch of Camel Grenadiers here and see what happens. Yep. Let's get all you over here, right? Well, now we got a lot of Grenadiers, so he's kind of going to be in trouble there. Also, we got some protection for him, too. Yeah, so let's just move these in. I'm surprised he's got that much stuff, but whatever. Maybe we'll do some more of the dismount ones just to deal with all... oh, never mind. He's got like actual cav here, too. So, we're going to probably need lots of these. Yep. Lots of these units. So let's just add some of these in, right? You can add some archers in too, yeah. Once we start massing up, the bot sort of starts crying and running away, finally. Yeah. So, in general, these are the Berber archers, same stats as you might remember them from one of the campaign missions, as well as from playing Colosseum Budokai like I do. Basically... shoots a bit slower than normal archers, but still faster than crossbowmen. Yeah, that's all you really need to know about it. Multipliers, pretty close to a crossbowman. So, you know, they're definitely better than crossbowmen because they shoot faster. Put it that way. Yeah. And then you got, of course, the Berber spearmen, which is here. Statistically, it's about the same stats as a pikeman, pretty much. What else do we got? We got some of the Berber camels here. Exact replicas, you remember them from the native site, pretty much. So, yeah, good multipliers against cavalry in general. The whole cavalry, not just one type of cavalry. So, good against light cavalry and hand cavalry, too. So, dragoons, hussars, cuirassiers, elephants, all that stuff. As well as, of course, shock infantry, too. Shock infantry, so your coyote runners, eagle runner knights, all those. Yep. Jabal arsonists, these are your grenadier, about 3 splats, 23 crush. Great against infantry, buildings, you name it. Anything you would use a grenadier for, they are good at. And then also another unit we got here, of course, is the Berber camel archers, the Tuareg ones actually. Same icon as the 5th edition. Basically just a dragoon, yeah. So since it's a cav archer type dragoon, it has hand armor instead of pierce, just so you're aware of that. Rate of fire, being a cav archer, it shoots about the same rate as other archer units do. So yeah, we'll see if we can defend this. If not, I'll just spam some stuff in until the bot thankfully leaves us alone for a while. Hopefully the bot is at least somewhat respectful of our space. Doesn't want to pop our bubble. Yeah, let's just spam camel riders at him. That works, right? Oh yeah, let's just spam camel riders at him. Sadly, these guys had the light cavalry tag, so they will be suffering multipliers from skirms, so it's a bit dangerous. Yeah, I'll just clean up all these artillery pieces, yeah. And I'll get some more stuff too to spam to defend. Let's get a new ally while we're at it. So let's see what the United States has to offer. Or actually, let's do the Ottomans. The Ottomans are pretty fun, usually. Let's do the Ottomans. So the Ottomans will give you access to Janissaries and also to the Safahis as well. And then, of course, you can still make your Rodelros. So, yeah, this is the cool thing about Age of the World African civs. On top of all your regular army, you get all these cool foreign units that don't even cost population space that act like native warriors. So you can just spam them in with your regular stuff. They basically shadow tech with each age up too, so they automatically end up becoming better over time. As far as the palace is concerned, you're able to upgrade your Jebel arsonists, your Camel Grenadiers, and African hand mortars from this upgrade right here. And then everything else will be upgraded at your war camp, either elite infantry or elite cavalry. This is for your Tuareg camel archers, Zanata riders, and your Berber camel riders. And this is for your Berber archers, Berber spearmen, waves, and Riffian and Mizenge stuff, so we'll get those. And speaking of which, let's go over all the units we haven't yet. So let's basically get some more housing here, right? So this is another unit. We didn't formally go over this. So this is the Camel Grenadier. I think we went over the movement speed and the crush and everything, right? Basically, it's a kiting Grenadier unit. So basically, remember the days of the Horse Grenadiers, the original ones from War of the Triple Alliance, as well as any. Now, these are the elite Riffian Mizinges. So these are shield and spearmen that has the stats of a halberdier. So you like halberdiers from the Dutch and stuff, well, you're going to like these guys. These are really good all-around hand infantry to use. Yep. Quite cool looking, too, with their shields and their spears. Also, you got the waves. The waves in this are basically skirmishers from what it says here. So, yep, multipliers against heavy infantry and light. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Since they got so much anti-cavalry, it's good that they at least have some skirms. I thought before they were like muskets or something, but no. Pretty okay. And then also, what did we got? We got the Zanata riders here, right? Alright, so These are going to be more or less a different type of dragoon unit. They're going to have pierce armor instead of the hack armor of the camel archers. Also, the let me see the damage comparison between them and the camel archers if we can for 1 second. Let's make some of these, and then we'll look at some of the camel archers too. Make a determination. So, yep. In general, it seems like the Zanahs have a bit more damage, and in terms of hit points, yeah, these are going to be tankier as well. So, these are 2-pop. These are also 2-pop. So, yeah, if you're looking for stats, probably get the Zanah Riders. If you're looking for cheapness, get the Camel Archers, basically. Or if you're trying to fence off against the melee attack of a kind. Yep, that's pretty much that. And also, let's get some of these new types of technologies too and see what they're all about. So we'll get the Berber Warfare one, and we will get the Team Moss Construction one. So we can look at those ones in depth. So if you get a villager here, you notice you can build a mosque right here, right? This is your church building. And with it, you got a lot of technologies here pretty much to pay attention to. So you got the ones, I believe, that are standard to Morocco, like prophets. This will basically allow healers to train and heal faster and have increased hit points, so we'll get that. You got the Tome auctions, provides 250 coin for each mosque tech research so far, including this one. You got city walls, which increases your wall hit points. You got Sacred Scriptures. The teachings from the Quran grant you 2,000 XP towards your next shipment. You got Hajj. All units on foot move faster. You got Sadian Madrasas. Each mosque now generates extra XP points. You got Ramadan. Villagers become cheaper and train faster. You got, Tome auctions. You got Almond Blossom Festival. Reduces the influence cost of native units and increases their build limit. Native Berber units become completely free. Oh, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Morocco leather. Due to their tannable hides, livestock now grant a small sum of coin when harvested. So a lot of stuff, basically. What else? What else do we want to look at? Let's get the argon plantation to see what it looks like. So this is where you get your wood and your influence from. You can either configure it to influence, or you can configure it to wood. Also, you got all these upgrades for it too. So here's some of the technologies we unlocked at it, basically, for the Berber warfare thing right here. So here's some of these techs. We got cartography, increases unit and building LOS. We got land claim. Units deal extra damage against native warriors, outlaws, and mercenaries. Ottoman galleys. So this is also where you're going to basically research your stuff from your alliances too, from your age up. So if you think you're hearing stuff about Spain and the Ottomans, that's exactly right. This is where you're going to research it at the Argon plantation. Get this one. Also, horse breeding. This will allow all cavalry type units to move faster. Barb horses. Selective breeding of horses increases cavalry hit points by 10%. Pillage. Hand cavalry and shock infantry do more damage to buildings, so more siege. So a lot of text to look at, basically, yeah. A lot of text. And then also we got some other new options here. You know, we got the USA we haven't done yet. We got the Bedouins. Let's do the United States, you know. Do the United States because basically I think you can do the Bedouins with the Egyptians, so we'll just save that for the Egyptians probably. So, some more technologies. Capitalism allows the exchange of coin for influence and vice versa at the livestock market. Get that. Industrial dominance. Villages gather from mines, including Moroccan salt mines. Much faster. 40%. That's pretty good. So, let's build one of those. We'll put it right over here. Let's see how quick it really works. Yeah, well, seems to be working pretty good. What do you think? Pretty good? Yeah? Okay. Alright, so what else do we got here? More upgrades, right? Also, USA will give you access to the state militia. So a skirmisher unit. Make some more of our massable stuff, yeah? So yeah, a lot of fun stuff so far, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is what our watchtowers look like, right? You can upgrade them, of course, to look like this. Then you still got your African outlaws here, too. Ports will basically train normal African boats, essentially. What else? Got Native Embassy, too, you can put right here. Yeah, pretty fun so far, right? Yeah. You can make these Sevastopols, too, for siege. Just like Ethiopia can. And that's the case with some of the other African civs, too. I think you can make the Sevastopols for your siege. I don't know if they're going to have more unique options down the road, but I definitely remember Cato saying, in general, artillery will be pretty shared among a lot of civs in the culture, you know. As far as, like, unique infantry and cavalry, that's going to be where it's going to vary basically 100% for the most part, yeah. Now let's get another alliance. So for another alliance, at this point you can get the British, right? You remember the British, one arsenal builder and one heavy cannon. So of course you remember that they can give you heavy cannons from the palace, right? Yeah. I think we might just go with Bedouins here, or let's get the Bedouins. I like the Bedouins usually because they offer a good anti-cav option for us that we can spam on top of our regular stuff. Yeah, basically you can get up to 12 of these Bedouin cav archers right here. You can add to your army, so if you are going to go Camel Grenadier, you can add in the Bedouin horse archers to sort of fight the cavalry for you. Also, what else we got here? Pick that up. Yeah, let's just get a bunch of these Camel Grenadiers in, like a huge stack of these. There we go. And what else? Some text we haven't looked at, right? We haven't gotten this yet, so now we'll get a bunch of coin. And now we got Granadan technology. All your Berber archers turn into Ascaris. So to test that out, let's just get a bunch of Berber archers here. Here we go. Lots and lots of Berber archers. And we'll get this. Here we go. Look at all these nice Ascaris we got now. That's going to give us a huge advantage. This is a very solid mercenary for anti-cav. And now we can start to probably go on the offensive, right? Yeah, let's see if we can do that. Let's try to keep up with these influence units. These are going to be a really good add. Some cavalry there, herdables, state militia. Anything we can put in, we will put in. We're going to try to push this now if we can. I think we're doing good. I think we're going to make it. Certainly seems like it. At least we're going to get the forward base destroyed. No time flat. Just go into Garb Farmstead and start getting me some food, will you? There you go. Let's see what text we got with the Bedouins. You got Bedouin herding. Livestock found much faster at Garb Plains, and livestock markets and greatly boosts ammo exchange. And then we got dromedary camels. Dromedary camels will basically allow camel units and Mamluks to be much cheaper and have more hit points. So 35% hit point boost. That's pretty good. I will say that. I mean, I think these Camel Grenadiers are going to be pretty beasts right now, right? And speaking of which, let's get out all the rest of our combat stuff too, so they're really working at max speed for us. Yep. Get some more Camel Grenadiers in, stacking even more of them. State Militia, Janissaries, Bedouin Archers, Safahi, and Roderos. Perfecto. Where's this production at? Let's try to move in and try to siege his buildings, perhaps. Right over there. Now, one thing you can do, because you got Camel Grenadiers, is you can actually clip off like this and go for the infrastructure. Yeah, that's one cool thing you can do with the Moroccans and you can't do with other civs. Is you can totally go down here and start sniping his production. Like taking out plantations and stuff like this. Yeah, oh yeah, you could be a total menace with this civ. It's really insane what you can pull off with them, yeah. Yeah, just take off, just take out factories, whatever you want. These units are good for this type of hit and run stuff. Look at how quick we're literally spraying down this factory here. Ooh, yeah, that feels good. And you know what we can probably do? Let's just get full infantry here. Like mass out a bunch of the Mizings and to be our frontal army, and then we'll have the Camel Grenadiers to just run a bunch of hit and run maneuvers on. That might be pretty good, actually. So we'll do that. See, our Mizings are going to basically be much stronger unit against his pikes and his roderos because their hand damage is just much better overall. Get this. Let's go in the front here, right? Yeah, like that. The Camel Grenadiers in the back, right? Alright, let's push in the front and then we'll just maneuver around with our Camel Grenadiers. Where's our Camel Grenadiers? You should be down here with your friends. If you have any. Yep, now you do. Now you got 9 friends right here to join. Yep, see, these Mizings are really good for pushing the front. And then you just take your Camel Grenadiers around and start hitting them on the flank and everything. It's really powerful. Woohoo! There you go. Catch me if you can. Catch me if you can. There you go. Take that. There we go. That's a good. Oh! He just shipped them on top of me. Ah, you spicy little boy, aren't you? There you go. Yeah, you can still kite them pretty well. It just becomes a little less optimal in the super late game when they can just retrain all that stuff. Yeah. Some more Mizings. Just keep spamming them in. Try and maneuver these a bit better to deal with all the herdables. I like how he sends so much energy, and again, these Camel Grenadiers, as well as front is still again pressured as well. Get some more of these, yep.
Please, let me leave here with some.
Talk about dignity. That was very undignified the way that fight turned out. Oh yeah, 100%. Yep. I just remembered something. Let's look at the. I think I overlooked some of the technologies for the USA. Right, in the armaments. Let's look at those again real quick. Also, let's. Is there the Barbaries in I don't think there is Barbaries in regular definitive edition, right? So we'll get them too. These guys. Get these guys. Yep, all these. Yeah, quick Argon plantation right here. Just review the text real quick. So, slave trade. Villagers become cheaper and train faster. We know that. Barbary raids. Killing units now also rewards an influence bounty equal to 50% of the unit's normal XP. Arming galleys increases ships' attack and hit points. Indian sea trade improves the income from trade routes. And then we know about this one and this one, right? Alright. Just making sure. Just making sure we hit all our bases, right? And we know what these ones do, right? Cartography gives us more line of sight. And land claim. Yep. We know about that. Okay. So there we go. Moroccans people. Very fun civ, you know. Not only is it a fun civ, it's a great way to annoy your opponents with the Camel Grenadiers. Not only are they stinky and they go vroom, and make weird noises, but yeah, they can literally send them flying in the air from the bombs just as much as they send them flying in the air from their stink bombs, yeah. Oh, their little camel tails. So, got that factor that we'll definitely worry about. Anyways, see you next time. Maybe we can do like Zulu or Egypt or Yoruba. Yoruba's a real pain to deal with. Maybe we'll do Yoruba next. Alright, sign off now. See you next time. Juanitos and gringos alike.